tip won by Atlanta. Doc Rivers brings it up. Rivers against Moncrief. Dominique Wilkins. 2-0 Atlanta.
Well, first play of the game, and the Bucks made a mistake defensively as both men left Dominique Wilkins, and he wound up being wide open for a shot.
Moncrief over Whitman. No, rebound Atlanta. Doc Rivers with the ball. The winner of this one takes on the Celtics next. Dominique, 4-0 Atlanta.
And that's exactly what Del Harris didn't want to happen, to have Dominique get off to a flying start, because as Craig told you, he said he was going to be geeked up for the game, and obviously he's coming out fired up, and hitting the first two shots will keep him going.
Paul Pressey up top against Rivers, down low, and a whistle. And a foul against Atlanta. Randy Whitman, his and the team's first. And Moncrief will inbound on the side. 11:05 left, first quarter. Paul Pressey up top. Sigma with it now. A little 7-footer. It's 4-2.
He caused a lot of problems. The matchup is really a problem right there, as Cummings has a few words to say. They got a little bumping and banging going on underneath the basket as he talks to Jess Kersey. But talking about those matchups, Sigma is much more mobile than Tree Rollins. And talking to Mike Fratello, that's one of the reasons that you're looking at Del Harris, coach of the Bucks. That's one of the reasons Mike Fratello is concerned about the loss of John Koncak, because Koncak can move around a lot more. He helps him on the boards. And Sigma was a real problem for Atlanta in games 3 and 4.
Randy Whitman up top. Kevin Willis against Christowiak. Knocked away by Pressey. Willis gets it back. And a whistle and a foul on Milwaukee.
Well, the Hawks got a break that time because Tree Rollins was in the 3-second area the entire time that play was taking place.
Pressey picks up the foul. Milwaukee can ill afford to get him in foul trouble. He's an outstanding player, but especially on defense. Whitman with the inbounds pass. Rivers has it now. Rivers against Moncrief. Rollins out away from the hoop. Sigma comes out with him. Whitman threw it away. Cummings, good anticipation. Here comes Pressey.
That was a nice pass to Cummings, actually.
Pressey drives. It won't go. Wilkins the rebound. Dominique on the move. Great look down low, but a whistle and a foul. Against Milwaukee. Paul Pressey up the court against Doc Rivers. 10:07 left, first quarter. Sigma squares up, jumps. Boy, he's having a series. He's got both their baskets at 6-4 Atlanta. The Hawks have the ball. 9:55 left, first quarter. Rivers working the left side of the floor. Wilkins sets the pick. Rivers jumps. Tough break for him. In and out. Moncrief with it. He's got a 3-on-2. Knocked loose. Recovered by Whitman. Good Atlanta defense.
Rivers made a great recovery to get a hand on that ball.
Wilkins for 3. Didn't get any. And the rebound is by Moncrief. Almost fell out of bounds.
Well, Nick made his first 2, Skip, and he figured that everything he throws up is going to go in.
Never happened to you, did it? Again, Rivers with the steal from Moncrief. He's got a 2-on-1. Willis. John Lucas rolls into the lane. That's his game. Nice shot. Lucas ties it at 8. Just as Rick told you, that's what he likes to do. Glenn Doc Rivers from court Atlanta. Wilkins, great fake, plays it up and in. He said goodbye to Cummings. He's got 8.
This is the way Dominique played in game number 2 when he had 41. He did not let the Bucks defense bother him, and they're sending people at him all the time.
Dominique 4 out of 5 from the field. The only one he missed the 3-point attempt. Sigma. Unloads to Christowiak. Rollins got to him prior to any shot. Rollins picks up his first 17 foul. 10-8 Atlanta. 7:23 left in the quarter. Christowiak. That won't go. Rollins the rebound. The winner starts work against the Celtics tomorrow, preparing for them. The loser plays 18 and loses a playoff chip. Krystkowiak throws it away and out of bounds. So Atlanta gets it back. 7:01 left, first quarter. Atlanta by 2 and with the ball. Rivers inbound. Whitman with it. Rivers gets it back. Willis posts up, now leaves the post, handles the ball, head of the circle. They clear the zone for Dominique. He changed it as he shot it, left it short, but saved it somehow. Randy Whitman. That won't go. There's Whitman.
That was most impressive, and you can see a geeked up Dominique Wilkins. Saved the ball from out of bounds, so he's free to time it perfectly. He takes it home with authority, and those are the type of plays that really get the crowd into it, get the team pumped up, and no question that Dominique Wilkins is pumped up. But Skip, I don't know if it's my imagination, but it seems to me as though the Bucks are a little flat-footed.
Here come the Bucks up the floor. John Lucas against Doc Rivers. 6.5 minutes left, first quarter. Lucas dribbles the perimeter, finds Cummings against Wilkins. Sigma faces up over Whitman, not this time. Rollins the rebound. Doc Rivers up the floor. Atlanta can build a 6-point margin. They post up Willis against Sigma. Rivers on the wing, a little 2-man game. Back it comes to Willis, and now Dominique. He's 6 out of 8. He's got 12. Delay of game warning against Atlanta. We've reached the halfway point in the first quarter. 6 straight points scored by Atlanta. Sidney Moncrief up top. Cummings turns, jumps over Wilkins. No. Rebound Rivers. Boy, Rivers has had a terrific game, even though he hasn't scored. Randy Whitman with Willis. Rivers again. Shoots the jump. For 3, no. Rebound Cummings. Sidney Moncrief ahead to John Lucas. Cummings fumbles it away and travels.
I'd say Dominique's done a nice job defensively, too. He bothered Cummings on the last shot and the last trip down from Milwaukee. He did a great job to come over and recover to help out on Sigma, who was wide open. And he's pumped up, working both ends of the court, which is good to see.
Rivers dribbles up the left sideline. Wilkins goes base, shoots on the run. No. He got his own rebound again. Yes. Oh, what a start.
The man is possessed out here.
He's 7 out of 9. He's doing it all. He has single-handedly outscored Milwaukee at 16-8. Lucas knocked away from behind by Rivers. Ricky Pierce and Paul McKeskey get into the game for Milwaukee. Moncrief and Cummings depart.
Well, Sidney Moncrief not really getting involved in the offense. In game 2 here, he had 20 points at the half, and then for some unknown reason, he went to 1 minute left in the game before he actually scored another point. And I don't know if his knees are bothering or what, but he has not been a factor.
10 on the shot clock. Lucas for 3. Didn't get him. Rebound Wilkins, his 4th of the night. Dominique has been a one-man band at one end, and Doc Rivers has run the offense and played great defense. Rivers with play instructions. Willis posts up. Back to Rivers into the lane. And he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. And that's punished, folks. He's got 14. He's 7 out of 9. 7 out of 10.
Of course, Frank might be using the Pat Riley psychological ploys, you know. Get the team mad at you and then say, well, we'll show you, coach.
A whistle and a foul spotted by Darryl Garrettson. Livingston, who just checked in, commits the foul. He's had a tough series. Livingston shooting just 29%. 4:14 left. 18-8. All Atlanta to this point. Sigma with the left hand. Nicely done.
There's that matchup problem again. Jack much too quick for Tree Rollins.
Second foul on Rollins.
Take a look again. You see Tree goes up on him quickly. Jack just puts it on the floor, makes a nice move, uses the left hand as he uses the body to keep Tree out of the way, and nothing exceptional about that. It wasn't anything tricky with the move. He's just quicker than Tree.
Sigma tries to convert the 3-point play, seeks his 7th point. And he has it.
Jack had a spectacular season this year with his free throw shooting, I think 92% for the year.
Rivers up the floor for Atlanta. 4 minutes left, first quarter. Whitman comes off the pick. Drops it low to Willis. High arc. That won't go. Rebound, Sickman.
Too bad Kevin Willis can't shoot the ball.
Well, he's had a very disappointing year for the Atlanta team.
And there's a player that everybody thought, myself included, was going to be a real comer. But he's actually gone backwards this year.
Rivers, he breaks away there and drills it. Broke away from McKeskey. Willis now has 4. It's a 9-point Atlanta game. And Antoine Carr and Spud Webb about to report to the Atlanta scheme of things.
Well, that brought our two bosses, Ted Turner and Bob Wessler, to their feet.
Pierce stops, pops.
They need Ricky Pierce to come through. He, of course, had that long holdout. Had an exceptional year last year. And really has not been the same type of player that he was last season. He's been bothered with some problems. He's got a back that stiffens up on him, and they were questioning whether or not he'd be able to come in. He had a big game 2 here, helped him a lot off the bench.
Rivers up top. Livingston. Whitman almost walked from the foul line. That's his shot. He has his first 2 points. If he gets that jump shot going, it really helps the Atlanta team.
No question about it. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the right kind of form to be a consistent shooter. He shoots it up in his fingertips. You just saw no backspin on it, and it can be rather inconsistent shooting that way.
Sikla, set shot for 2, way short. Rebound, Pistoia. Milwaukee can start over. 22-13 is our score. Pistoia again. Ricky Pierce up top. Pierce finds McKeskey. His jump shot, no. Rebound, Sikba. He dribbles out of danger.
There's that offensive rebounds again. That was the big demise for the Hawks. 3-pointer by Lucas. That hurt him game 3 and 4, Skip. That was the difference in the game.
Lucas has 5. 2:05 left in the quarter. 22-16. We enter the 2-minute period. And a timeout called by Atlanta. Timeout on the floor. 1:57 left in the first quarter. So far, Atlanta appears to be in good shape, but a long way to go. We'll be back.
When I played baseball, I could hit the ball halfway to China. So I figured I could do the same thing with a golf ball. No way. But after digging up some turf, there's nothing we like better than cold Miller Lite. It's less filling, and it's got that big taste us hackers appreciate. Where'd that go?
No matter where you play, there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
Next time I'm going to use a driver.
First, Gillette made shaving closer. Then we made it smoother. With Atra Plus, its Luber Smooth Strip glides the razor over your face for Gillette's smoothest shave. The Atra Plus system. First we made it closer, then we made it smoother.
There are 3 good reasons to try A&W root beer. 1, it's rich and delicious. 2, it's a great change of pace. 3, you don't buy it, I may have to go back to my old job. Pig catching.
LA Lakers superstar James Worthy for RP.
To all of you watching, I want you to think about people who can't watch. People have inherited RP, retinitis pigmentosa, a disease where you slowly go blind, and there is no cure. Let's help everyone see. Support the RP Foundation as if your eyesight depended. Call the RP Foundation Fighting Blindness at 1-800-638-2300. Thanks.
Now just watch Paul McKeskey make a big mistake defensively. There's Willis posting up 42 in the white. The pass will come in from Rivers to the outside of where McKeskey is. He makes the mistake of going for the steal, totally out of position, allowing Kevin Willis to take it home with authority. And a lot of people are talking, Skip, about the fact that without Willis Reed being here, that a player like Kevin Willis really had suffered. He respected Willis a lot, was learning a lot from him, and they think that may have impeded his progress when Willis left.
Well, something certainly has. He never was a great jump shooter, but also, if the Atlanta team, when they fast break, he's a much more effective player because of his leaping ability, and boy, he can fly. He can really run. Wilkins returns, and Tree Rollins out for Atlanta. Spud Webb is checked in.
Now, I like this. I think Kevin Willis should be a center on this basketball team. I've said that way back early in the year. see what happens. Webb is in the game along with John Lucas, and this is the type of matchup Del Harris was trying to avoid.
McKeskey all by himself. Hawks got mixed up as to who was playing who, and McKeskey got an easy layup.
Well, that was just bad court awareness on the part of the Hawks that time. Credit the Bucks for taking advantage of it.
It's a 6-point Atlanta game, 24-18. Randy Whitman with it down low. It comes to Willis. Back to Whitman. Sigma got a piece of that. There's Livingston. That's what Atlanta likes to do, is get it inside and just beat you to death. 26-18. Lucas dishes it out to McKeskey. Back to John Lucas. Past Webb. He runs into Livingston. Gets the basket anyway. Lucas has given him a lift with 7 first-quarter points. Terry Cummings about to return from Milwaukee. John Battle to report for Atlanta.
Well, Battle and Webb were, I think, key players in the victories for the Hawks in games 1 and 2. Did an outstanding job.
Webb's jumper, not this time. Tipped out by Livingston. He had to foul to do it. Second foul on Livingston.
Mike Fratello obviously didn't think so. You see him in the top left part of your screen.
Cummings back in. Webb with a steal. And Wilkins the layup. 28-22 is our score. Atlanta by 6.
That was Krzysztofiak with the ice bag that was on his head momentarily.
Cummings banks it up and in. So Cummings has his second basket. And again, it's a 4-point game with 11:20 remaining in the first half.
You notice that Del Harris, even though with a fine effort by John Lucas off the bench, has Pressey back in because he doesn't want that matchup if he can help it with Spud Webb in the game and Lucas.
Battles jump shot, lips over the rim and falls. His first point.
See, I like this line. I like the lineup that they have in here right now. If I would see Doc Rivers in the ball game, is a lineup I like best for the Hawks.
Cummings drew the foul as he missed. Antoine Carr is the culprit, his first foul.
I think Willis can definitely play center. Skip. I like Doc running the ball club. Battle playing the other guard position, and Wilkins and Carr. Those are the players that I would enjoy watching play a great deal and think that they might accomplish something. Bring in Whitman, and perhaps he could either shooting good or not shooting good. If he's shooting good, he stays in. If not, he can get back on the bench again.
Cummings has 5. Tries again. Brewer wound up with the ball and got himself an easy layup. So a 3-point play in reverse for the Bucks, and they're down by only 3. Spud Webb on the dribble outside. Webb goes to work, won't go. Rebound deflects everywhere. Antoine Carr out of the pack. Brewer blocked that, and let's see what they call. Foul on Brewer.
That's one of the reasons I like Antoine in there. He's a very strong individual, has a good, powerful inside game. Not a bad shooter for a big man. We'll watch the action inside again as Spud Webb created the problem, first of all, with his penetration. Brewer had the ball, lost the handle, and Antoine Carr battles hard to get it as he goes up. Brewer right across the arm. Obvious foul. You saw all those statistics showing what's happened in these 4 ball games. These teams have been pretty evenly matched. 2 teams that like to get after you defensively, and as long as the Bucks can stop the Hawks from getting in that running game, they're going to stay in the ball game.
31-all is our score. Wilkins wheels, deals, not this time, and a 3-on-2 for Milwaukee. Ricky Pierce at the foul line, changed it off to Pressey. Low Brewer, he's hit and fouled. And all of a sudden, Atlanta.
Both coaches continue to make moves that they feel will give them the upper hand.
Brewer missed them both. We're still tied. Doc Rivers works the left sideline. Kevin Willis. And away from the ball. fouled as he goes up. Good look inside by River. That's 3 on Pressey. So Rollins and Pressey in foul trouble.
Let's watch what happens. Is isolation on Dominique. Did a great job to get Pressey on his back. And Pressey, the experienced player, just makes a silly foul as you see him reaching in. Prevented the basket, but picking up his 3rd foul will give him some more time on the bench and bring Lucas back in.
17 for Wilkins. So we'll see no more of Pressey till the 3rd quarter. Dominique 1 out of 2. Here comes John Lucas. Atlanta by 1, 8.5 minutes till the halftime break. Ricky Pierce. And Milwaukee finds itself out in front. Wilkins checked by Brewer. Low. Willis. Back it comes to Wilkins. 12 on the shot clock. Doc Rivers. John Battle goes baseline. Lays it up. It's good and a foul. Nice pick by Scott Hastings.
And a smart play by Battle as he looked for the shot. He saw the big man coming out at him. And anytime you get a defender, Skip, running out towards you, it's really a very easy task to be able to get by him because you're going forward. He has to stop us from forward momentum. And a big man just does not recover that quickly.
So Atlanta has the lead back, and Battle will try to convert the 3-point play. (35-33), 8:05 till halftime. Randy Whitman about to return for Atlanta. Sidney Moncrief for Milwaukee. Pierce from 16 feet, shot at 15, got his own rebound, knocked away. Willis with it, leaves it for Rivers. Great pass. 7:40 in the half, a 4-point game.
That's what Kevin Willis is so tough. Guy 7 feet tall, being able to run the court that well causes problems.
Ricky Pierce takes it to the hole. He has 6. Atlanta attacks in a hurry.
It's not the defense the fans wanted.
No. Wilkins, Hastings set the pick. Yes. 19 for Dominique Wilkins. Playing like the thoroughbred that he is. Lucas up the right side. Into the lane, and a whistle and a foul against Atlanta. Willis. His second. Timeout is called by Atlanta. The Hawks lead 39-35.
The part of the Knicks fans was being heard there in the Big Apple. The fans a little reticent about coming out to support this team, a team that last year at times is a very exciting team, but they have not been as exciting as they were last year. A bit of a disappointment, and as a result, they haven't gotten the fan support, and it could turn out to hurt them. Although if they get by this series and take on Boston, we know that there'll be a sellout for those.
You all must understand we're a little more laid back down south than they are in New York.
You see those turnovers really hurting Milwaukee right now as the Hawks have gotten 10 points off of it.
Cummings, turnaround jumper in the lane.
Again, I mean, Del Harris has to be sitting there feeling pretty good, trailing by 2, 6:35 to go in the first half. His team has not really played that well. A lot of turnovers, and yet he's right in the ball game.
And Dominique Wilkins has scored 19 points, and they're still down by only 4 as Whitman gets to 41-37.
See if Sidney Moncrief, who's back in, can generate some offense for these Bucks.
Del Hills with play instructions. Lucas gets by Rivers, just goes crashing into a pile. Hastings and Lucas begin a little confrontation.
Well, it kind of looked like a kickboxing match on the floor there.
And not a very good one.
No.
Hastings picks up his first, and Lucas shoots 2.
There were no arms flying, just legs on that confrontation on the floor.
41-37, our scores 41-38 make it with 6 minutes left in the half. Wilkins against Cummings on the wing. Rivers
the shots that Randy has to hit, because when they double and rotate, they leave the furthest man away, and that was Whitman. They moved the ball, found the open man, and he delivered.
43-38, 5:40 left. Illegal defense against Atlanta.
Illegal defense has been called against the Atlanta Hawks. Their first offense for a walking.
PA man here sounds like he's grounding, doesn't it? 5.5 minutes left, first half.
Got a mismatch in there.
Cummings against the double team. Willis is off to the races. Bang. Atlanta has bounced up by 7 again. 5:05 till halftime.
Same problem that faced the Bucks in games 1 and 2 here. They have momentary lapses when they play in this building for some reason.
Sigma with 6 on the shot clock. Threw the behind the back pass away. Wilkins ahead for Doc Rivers. Back to Wilkins. He'll shoot 2. Tell you what, Rivers is yet to make a field goal, but he has been extremely valuable to Atlanta, hasn't he?
He's playing good defense, moving the ball, getting it to the right people, and that's what a point guard's job is. And if Doc ever would develop his outside shot to the point where he became a consistent outside shooter, he would without question be one of the finest point guards in the NBA. He's just a notch below because of that lack of outside shooting.
Dominique misses, tries again.
See what Dominique has done here in the playoffs, having a difficult time at that free throw line.
He misses them both, but gets it right back. Rivers with it. Mike Fratello with play instructions. Dominique 1 for 4 at the foul line. They roll it low to him. Nobody played it.
Big mistake.
4:25 left. It's a 9-point game.
Now the crowd is finally getting into this ball game.
Cummings. Great job by Wilkins. 5 on the shot clock. Moncrief gets the hoop.
And he also got fouled after the shot, and they didn't call it as Hastings knocked him down.
Jess Kersey was apparently screened on the play, and Daryl Gerritsen had turned and headed up the floor. 3:50 left in the half. Wilkins double team, gets it away anyhow, not this time. Sigma the rebound, that's stolen away by Dominique. Foul Moncrief, I think. Yes.
Well, Dominique is going to take some bad shots. There's no question about it. The last one you saw was one of his bad shots. He really tried to force that one in there. But again, he's so pumped up that he came in and was able to help force a turnover with his hustle. Dominique threw away the little arm guard that he wears and knocks the free throw in. So he may never put that on again.
Craig Sager at halftime, and he's live here in the Omni with us. Wilkins makes them both. Since we talked about it, has anybody come to you for help on their free throw shooting?
No.
Amazing. Well, the ratings are good, so it's not that they're not listening. It's just that they're not calling. Moncrief. Coming almost walked, shoots the foul line, jump, and drills it. Cummings has 9, but Atlanta leads by 7, 49-42. 3:20 till halftime. Willis works against Sigma. Illegal defense.
His knees have just been a real problem for him. Terrific young man, I'll tell you that, though. One of the fine people in the league.
He keeps reaching back, but so far tonight it hasn't been there for him. Rivers on a drive. Yes. Atlanta's lead is back to 10. 2:55 left. Christowiak back in the game for the Bucks. Sigma with a little hook shot off the front rim, got the roll. His first points of the quarter.
And Christowiak is not having a very good game offensively either for the Bucks tonight. 2 points so far. He and Moncrief need to come alive.
Whitman buries it. He has 8. Atlanta by 10 once more with 2:18. Cummings with a foul. 54-44 is our score with 2:11 remaining in the first half.
Well, Del Harris before the ball game said, Rick, we must defensively keep them off the offensive rebounds and stop their transition game. We can't get into an all-out running game. Well, they've had some problems with the transition. The Hawks got some good steals and some nice rebounds and kicked it out, and so they've hurt them there. And they have not done a good job also handling the ball, as they got the turnovers have led to a lot of Hawk points. And you can see what's happened with the field goal percentage. The Hawks only 44% in the first period, up to 73, and look what the Bucks are doing. So both teams turning it on offensively here, but not enough for Milwaukee. They're not getting as many shots. Had some turnovers, which of course will cause you a lot of problems, and they've missed some free throws. Cummings already has missed a couple here in this quarter.
Bucks are now 9 of 12 from the foul line. Cummings is in double figures. That's his 10th point. He's the first Buck to get there. Only Dominique Wilkins there for Atlanta, but he's got 24 of them. Scotty Hastings ahead to Randy Whitman. He is doing it tonight. He's got 10, 8 in the quarter.
So when Randy gets set, he's a much better shooter.
That won't go. Moncrief has it stripped away by Rivers. Jump off. You can see that Doc Rivers is a little geeked up too.
Look at Doc Rivers. There you see. Major geek.
That may become the rage of the nation. Wilkins' expression. Atlanta by 11. Good idea. Wilkins had him beat, but the pass was short. Moncrief, Cummings in the lane, lays it up there.
Excellent move by Terry Cummings.
He's been overshadowed by Dominique in this game, but he's a fine player in his own right. 90 seconds left in the half.
He's just not a spectacular. He's just a steady guy.
Whitman changed it, missed it. Gets his own rebound. Finger roll. 12 for Whitman. 58-47. Atlanta got to this run when Scott Hastings checked into the game. He's a banger, very physical player.
They just banged Moncrief as he tried to go through the lane.
Sigma down low to Cummings. 3-second violation, Milwaukee. Atlanta's got the ball back. Antoine Carr into the game. Kevin Willis goes up. Right now, Atlanta in great shape, but we're not to halftime yet. Craig Sager will bring you up to date on all the other playoff action today, and there was a lot of it. Look at those turnovers. That's a good stat, as they say in the television business. Hastings dribbles the perimeter off to Whitman. Wilkins, a mile-high, kept it alive, but Cummings comes out of there with it. Lucas on a drive, drops it beautifully to Moncrief. It won't go. Rebound deflects out of bounds, will belong to Milwaukee.
Del Harris is going to get a technical. He's out in the court. The coach's assistants are running out there to pull him back.
And there's a pretty good job by Darrell Gerritsen ignoring Harris. In a playoff game, you give him a little extra latitude.
Well, he gave him about 8 feet latitude that time.
Lucas runs into Moncrief. Milwaukee looks all disjointed right now. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Atlanta has its biggest lead of 11. And now they can build it still higher.
They should play for the last shot right here.
And Rivers thinks about it. He's not doing it yet. Now he is.
Mike Fratello was over in the back. You can see the top of the screen there on the left. They're yelling, one shot, one shot.
It's going to be by Randy Whitman, and it's going to miss. And the half is history. And Scott Hastings took a shot to the face as the half came to a close. After a slow start, Atlanta starting to roll. 58-47 our score at halftime. Atlanta's biggest lead is the one they enjoy now, and Milwaukee will have a chance to chop into that as the third quarter gets underway. Pressey against Rivers. Cummings against Wilkins. Moncrief checked by Rollins and won't go. The tip for Sikba won't go. Rollins flirted with his fourth foul, didn't get it. Moncrief with the steal of the Whitman pass. He's got Cummings ahead of the field. So a good start for Milwaukee in the third quarter.
And it looked just a few seconds ago that it was going to be a bad start for Milwaukee. How quickly things can turn in the NBA. So now it's important for the Hawks to execute their offense well, get some good shots, and hope that the outside shots will drop for players like Whitman.
Wilkins, not this time. Moncrief for rebound. 58-49. Atlanta with the lead. Milwaukee with the ball. Sikba fakes Rollins off his feet, misses the bank shot. There's Wilkins. Dominique from one coast most of the way to the other is fouled by Moncrief.
The foul for Sidney Moncrief is second. First team foul of the quarter against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Rivers inbounds on the side for Atlanta. 10:58 left in regulation. 58-49 is our score. Rivers with play instructions. Willis spins by Krystkowiak, drew the foul as he missed. He'll shoot two. This program authorized under rights granted by the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the NBA is prohibited.
Well, when you look at these statistics at the first half, Skip, and you see that 3 of the starters from the Milwaukee Buck team have a total of 4 points. It's really a wonder that they're even as close as they are.
It really is. Their bench has done a good job for them. 22 of their points have come from the bench. Rivers with another interception off Pressey. Ahead for Wilkins. Stripped away by Moncrief, his third foul. And Pressey and Moncrief continue to have trouble.
Well, watch the good defense on the part of Rivers. That was just a bad pass by Pressey as Rivers was halfway in between the two, and he threw it up there for grabs, and there's the foul on the part of Sidney Moncrief, who pointed out his third. So 2 key players for the Bucks with 3 personal fouls, and both of those players struggling offensively. A total of 2 points between them thus far.
26 for the man who is known in Atlanta as Neek. 10:20 left, third quarter. 62-49. Biggest lead is 13.
And another turnover.
Boy, Milwaukee is flat as a pancake. Rivers. And Atlanta tries to apply a knockout punch right here. A 20-second timeout called by Milwaukee, and they are now down by 15. They're not out of this game, but quite frankly, they are not playing that well. I mean, in fact, they're playing very poorly.
Well, they really are, Skip. You don't really expect to see the Bucks handle the ball so poorly. This is a team that was known for their execution, the way that they would run things. And we'll watch the play here as Doc Rivers goes up and knocks this last jump shot in, and that, of course, is off of another turnover, so that's more points on the part of the Hawks versus the turnovers of the Bucks, which really has been their demise. They've done a good job. They're out rebounding Atlanta, an area of the game that they felt they had to do that well in. But again, they had a total of 35 turnovers in the first 2 games here, only 24 when they went back to Milwaukee, and here it is tonight, 15-3. That is a major problem. If they don't start taking better care of the basketball, they will not be able to get back into this ball game.
And I don't know, perhaps we can find out when Atlanta has had that few turnovers. Almost, that's amazing for any NBA team, not just Atlanta. Cummings, line drive jump shot is good. He has both their second half baskets. 64-51.
That's how the Bucks are going to look back if they lose this ball game to game number 1 when they had the Hawks down and virtually gave the game away.
Randy Whitman off balance. Boy, when he hits those shots.
You know he's on when he's hitting the shots when he's drifting and falling.
66-51. It's all Atlanta at this point. Cummings down the lane. That kind of defense will allow Milwaukee right back into the game.
Right now, this game looking very similar to what happened to the Sonics against the Nuggets in game number 5, where they kind of self-destructed. They couldn't get the ball to drop in the basket. However, that's not been the case for the Bucks. They're shooting over 50%. They've gotten other people to contribute. It's just been their lack of being able to make the good passes and handle the basketball.
Krzyzewski is posted up, but Willis denies him the ball. Wilkins against Cummings. For 3. Negative. Jack Sickner the rebound. Moncrief. Sikma up top against Rallen. Cummings is played by Whitman. Krzyzewski the pick. Double team. Low Krzyzewski. Pick and roll doesn't work. Gets another chance. Drew the foul. Shoots 2. Jesse Kersey with the call. Dominique Wilkins with the argument. It's not going to get any easier in that department for Milwaukee. That's only the first foul for Wilkins. 8:37.
More input from the players. I really feel as though that was something that Don Nelson did, and I felt it was very beneficial.
Wilkins, no whistle. There's an Atlanta turnover. Pressey heads the other way. This thing isn't over. Milwaukee can explode. Cummings all by himself. Maybe 2 alone. Here comes Atlanta. Whitman thought about it. Low to Willis. He and Sikma bang at one another. Foul on Willis. He flips the ball high in the air. Fortunately for him, he catches it. He's still flirting with the technical.
Well, you said earlier that a little more leeway perhaps allowed with incidents like that during the playoffs, but he probably would have got a technical most assuredly during the regular season on that toss.
He would have gotten one here if he'd have let it bounce. Whistle, foul.
Tree Rollins just grabbed the jersey of Jack Sikma. Jack will probably have to tuck it back in now because it's hanging out.
Funny how Atlanta just comes. They got everything going, and all of a sudden it's like they slam on the brakes and they come to a shuddering halt for a few minutes. Scott Hastings checks in for Atlanta, and Rollins with 4 fouls departs.
Well, I mean, this is a very fine Milwaukee Buck team. I mean, they have some outstanding talent on this ball club, and you certainly cannot take anything for granted with this much time left in the ball game.
Krzyzewski posts up, gets the easy layup, and all of a sudden Milwaukee making a little push. It's a 10-point game. It was 15. Perimeter. Down low, Dominique is hit. Oh, he is. You know, that's something people don't realize about him because he's such a dynamic athlete, but he is strong when he takes that ball to the hole.
Well, this is a perfect example of it as he makes the good, strong move to the basket on the fine bounce pass on the roll play. Goes up, gets hit, pulls it down, drives it through, lays it up with touch. Not a very easy thing to do, and now the free throw problems still persist, even though he didn't put that little armband back on.
68-56. Atlanta has the lead. Sidney Moncrief has the ball for the Bucks. Krzyzewski on the way. Sikma. Wilkins steals it. He's got Willis in front of the pack. Only Terry Cummings can catch him. It's academic. He walks.
I wonder if he heard footsteps, kind of like a defensive back. I mean, an offensive player with a defensive back tracking you down. These are the type of plays that the Hawks cannot afford to make. They've got a lead, and they're giving the Bucks an opportunity to get back in the ball game.
Well, Pressey misses. Willis at least partially atones with the rebound.
Well, they're going to have Pierce come back in. At least he hit a few shots because they're getting nothing out of Pressey and Moncrief right now offensively.
Willis backs in against Terry Cummings. His little hook. That's the way you like him, right? With his back to the basket.
Exactly. I like him down there, and I like that little move. That's his best shot. I don't like him shooting jumpers.
Well, Willis, who had a troublesome year, has 12. Whitman, who had an off year, has 14. And Atlanta's rolling, but Sikma, well, in and out for him. The magic has deserted him a little bit. Rivers Rivers on a drive. Sigma knocked it away and drew the foul.
Well, Del Harris going to put a new backcourt in the ball game, and I think he's forced to do it. I mean, two of his best players, Paul Pressey, Sidney Moncrief, just having poor games, although actually he's taking Cummings out and putting Pressey in the front line. No, he's not. Now he's telling Cummings to go back out there, and it is definitely Pressey and Moncrief going to the bench. I think that's a good move by Del, because those players have really been a liability offensively, and both Ricky Pierce and also John Lucas had done something good for Nostro, it looks like. Obviously took a pretty good shot to it. Here you see him right now. You see the blood dripping down in his face. He got banged obviously earlier than that, but look at the intensity on the part of Doc Rivers.
And the Hawks' fine trainer, Joe O'Toole, goes to work on him, and Spud Webb checks into the game. Joe O'Toole, by the way, just a personal say, one of the finest people I've ever met. I don't know if you know him well, but he's a marvelous human being.
Terrific guy. In fact, you can see that career playoff high for Doc Rivers. Joe, along with several of the other trainers throughout the NBA, are really terrific people. I mean, you have to be a good guy to put up with NBA players. I can tell you that. We're a bunch of big they were a bunch of big babies. I mean, they always will be too.
And
but I'd fit right in there.
Hauling, no comment. Hauling the bags around and all that. Willis against Sigma, illegal defense against Milwaukee. Del Harris on his feet. John Lucas argues. Lucas argues that Darryl Garrettson didn't see Spud Webb. Well, that's almost possible.
Very possible.
Wilkins seeks his 29th from the foul line. 5:22 left, third quarter. There's the dean of NBA officials,
whose son is also now an official.
Well, I can hardly object to succeeding generations in the same record. So.
Nor can I.
That's right. That's right. 29 for Wilkins, and Atlanta has the ball. They can match their biggest lead at 73-59. 5:15 left in the third. Whitman.
He is such a key for this ball club.
The Hawks play-by-play man, John Sterling, calls that a Whitman sampler. 75-59. Pierce from 20.
That's a Pierce arrow.
Oh, we're off and running, aren't we? Webb to the front court.
Of course, a lot of our fans out there have no idea what a Pierce arrow was.
I don't know. It's way before my time. Wilkins up top, all alone. Hastings.
You see the problem out there. Whitman, because he hit the jumper, had two players, Gostoliak and Pierce, went out with him. That left the wide open player, Hastings, underneath.
77-61. It's not a sellout crowd, but right now it's a very happy one in Atlanta. The Hawks have matched their biggest lead. Remaining in the third. Pierce against Whitman. Pulls up, jumps. Tough shot, won't go. Kevin Willis has the rebound. Spud Webb. This is what he does best. Push it. Won't go. Rebound by Sigma. Here comes Cummings. Milwaukee wants to run. Foul line jump instead off to Pierce. Nicely done. Foul Hastings. Pierce goes to the floor. Hastings got him a pretty good shot.
Watch the action again as Cummings makes the good move to the middle, draws a couple of players, and then finds Pierce open underneath. Pierce gives the good fake. Hastings knew it was history for him, wanted to make sure he didn't get the basket, and did a pretty good job of it. That's a pretty good toss. Kind of looked like World Federation, or what is it, WFA or something, or WFW? I don't even know.
Hastings has a beautiful choir boy look after
WWF. I got it. World Wrestling Federation move.
Okay. Pierce shoots too.
Well, they always say, isn't it, that the angelic ones are the ones to watch out for?
Yes, they do. Chris Stowiak out. McKeskey comes in.
That's why they never worried about you when they saw you.
I don't have to take this abuse. There's a big point of the story, folks.
That's right. That's 2 points between Paul Pressey and Sidney Moncrief, two of the more outstanding players in the league, having nightmare games tonight.
77-64. 3:45 left in the third. Webb finds Whitman. A good pass. Willis with a jump shot. Perfect. Atlanta is clicking on all cylinders now. 3:35 left, third quarter.
Well, you give Kevin Willis a couple of dunks, and that turns him on.
Lucas for three. Nope. Rebound, big scramble, and a foul.
Yeah, that's Sigma.
Only his second.
Them to get those type of breakaways and get some dunks and all, because this is a team that gets turned on, the crowd gets turned on, and all of a sudden their defensive level raises up one notch.
Paul McKeskey, John Lucas. 3:10 left. Spud knocked it away and out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock as the Bucks inbound.
Say, Hastings has given the Hawks some good minutes here tonight.
Pierce has been the attack lately. That'll be on Livingston prior to the shot.
You know, it's very important for the Bucks to play some tough defense in the next 3 minutes to try and cut a little into this Atlanta lead a little bit going into that fourth period. You don't want to be down 15, 16 points.
Could be 18 if Atlanta can convert here. Webb shoots it on the way down. Boy, he's amazing. He's got 4, and he's got the heart of a lion.
He needs it.
That's right. Play in this league at that height and weight. Pierce over Whitman. Oh, rebound. Hastings. He continues his good work. Now Atlanta can build it to 20 with 2:18 left in the quarter. John Battle about to check in for Atlanta. Livingston has it knocked free, gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. Whitman, Livingston. Timeout, Milwaukee, and it may not be Madison Square Garden, and there aren't 20,000 people here, but they're making some racket now. 1:59 left. The Hawks have built.
Record book, you still see the name of Dan Roundfield in there, defensive rebounds, all sorts of statistics. What's your impression so far? Hawks with a 20-point lead.
Well, they're playing real well, and I'm glad to see it. You know, the home court advantage is held throughout the Eastern Conference, and I'm looking forward to them going on and playing Boston.
You think they have a chance against Boston?
Well, you know, Boston's a veteran team, but they played Boston last year, and they played them well, so I think anything can happen in the playoffs.
What are you doing now?
Well, right now I'm just sitting watching. I'm basically waiting to hear from. I played in the Italian League last year, and I'm waiting to hear from them right now.
Well, thanks for being with us. Back to Rick and Skip at courtside.
Looked like Dan had his derby hat on.
Yeah, I wonder if he got that over in Italy. Nice hat. 1:59 left, third quarter. 85-65 Atlanta.
Should have loaned one of those hats to the guy you gave your sport coat to.
Yeah, maybe so. Lucas heads up the floor. 85-65. Cummings up top. Milwaukee, if they're going to get it done, they better get it done pretty quick. Lucas from 16. Nope. But McKeskey does a good job. Gets the offensive rebound.
An excellent job of pushing off before he got that rebound. Absolutely correct.
Well, that's all part of it in the playoffs. Spud Webb up the floor with a minute 23. 85-67, third quarter.
Willis with an offensive foul, setting a screen as Whitman tried to come off.
Last thing Atlanta needs right now is Antoine Carr about to check in. Willis's fourth foul. So the 4 fouls get him on the bench with 14 points. He's done a good job for Atlanta tonight. 1:10 left. 85-67. Coming. No rebound. McKeskey on a deflection. Goaltending Carr. McKeskey with 2 quick hoops. It's a 16-point game. 1:02 left in the period.
Two more defensive efforts on the part of the Bucks and 2 more baskets, which they're capable of getting, and it makes things interesting again.
Carr down low to Webb. He can't shoot from there. Whitman fouled by Pierce. Our next NBA action will be Tuesday night, Chicago at Detroit. Bob Neal will join Rick Barry, and then Utah and the Lakers in game 2 of their series. Pete Van Weeren, Steve Jones will have that one, and then whoever wins this game will play at Boston on Wednesday, and Bob Neal and Rick will have that.
Well, also, I could imagine that Casey Jones and his staff sitting by to figure out who they have to prepare for. But what a break for the Boston Celtics, getting an opportunity to get all that extra rest in, something that will be very useful to their veteran ball club. And they had to work hard to get by the Knicks, but this is an advantage for Boston.
They'll try to break they earned by getting the Knicks in 4. Sigma up top. 33 seconds in the quarter. The layup won't go. The tip McKeskey won't go. Cummings has it blocked away by Hastings. But a foul, perhaps on Livingston inside. We'll wait and see. Milwaukee now desperately banging the boards in the last couple of minutes, doing a good job. It is Livingston. He has 4. Rollins has 4. Willis has 4.
Well, Terry struggling at the free throw line, and there you see the starting guards again to bring it up. 2 points tonight, and they've been averaging 33 points a game. That's one of them, Paul Pressey. The other one, Sidney Moncrief. As Dominique re-enters the ball game.
Cummings 3 out of 7 from the foul line. Tries again. (87-70). He has 22, 10 in the quarter. And here come the Hawks. They will run the clock here, and they will have to shoot it with 5 seconds left in the quarter. You see the time remaining in the period. 5 seconds less than that on the shot clock. Webb from the head of the circle. Yes. Boy, that makes his game tougher when he can do that. Lucas in 2-point country got away with a push-off. Sigma from 20, no. Oh, no!
Another Gatorade slam dunk.
Great teams on 2 of 28 at the foul line. Milwaukee 15 of 24. I saw Atlanta with a much different team, and that is Atlanta team, blow a 16-point lead with 4.5 minutes left in regulation on Thanksgiving Eve about 9 years ago. But the way these two teams have played tonight, that's not likely to see.
No, it's not likely, but again, the Hawks are not a team that's known for putting someone away when they have a lead like this, and they could very easily get overconfident. I think that the first 2 or 3 minutes of this quarter will give you a good indication as to what might happen. So Del Harris putting some fresh legs and bodies in. Imagine he's going to start doing a lot of pressing and see what happens. Humphreys in the ball game. Reynolds for the first time tonight. Got Brewer back in there.
You got to give Del all the...
He's tried everything.
Yeah, every combination he can think of. There's the pressure Rick rightly anticipated. Wilkins wheels, deals, misses. Keeps it alive off the glass. He's playing a little private game right now. Finally, Brewer comes away with it. Jay Humphreys has the ball. Reynolds fumbles away a layup, but maintains control. Humphreys frees himself from Spud Webb. Missed the shot as they battle for the rebound. Carr and Krystkowiak gets tangled up. Krystkowiak and John Schroeder of the Bucks will be remembered that our friends back in Montana, where they watch a lot of sports on the cable on TBS. Hastings across the line to Wilkins to Webb. Atlanta very loose right now, very relaxed with a big lead at home. Wilkins under the hoop, wouldn't go for it. So the Magic missing a little bit for Dominique. Humphreys to the front court. A minute has gone by in the final period. Pressey for 3.
Well, there you go. There's 3 knocking it off right now. I think as long as the Hawks get shots like Dominique had in the last time working against this type of pressure, I think they'll be okay. As long as they don't get a little bit too overconfident and start firing up ill-advised shots.
They're down to 12 on the shot clock. Webb threw it away. Big scramble, and out of the pack, Krystkowiak. Jerry Reynolds down under Pressey. Layup good. Foul Hastings. Not a good foul.
Well, it's going to be cutting down now. 14-point lead. Free throw will knock it down to 13. It's only been 1 minute and 25 seconds run off the clock.
And Pressey is out of the blocks. He has 5 points in the quarter. Atlanta wants to talk about it. It's a 14-point game. 10:35 left. Can Milwaukee come back? We'll see.
If you go for what's real, you want a beer that's not heat pasteurized, not tampered with. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
It's as real as it gets.
Days going by too fast to hold them. I say that I care. It's time that I showed him. Hold this moment, make it last. Before the present becomes the past, make time stand still.
In a world where time waits for no one, you can stop it and hold it with the Polaroid Spectra system.
Make time stand still.
4 seconds left. McRae gonna drive on McDaniel. Puts it up at the buzzer and goes! Rodney McRae! 3 seconds to go. Robinson the inbound play. Clyde picks it off and he goes. He scores at the horn!
Incredible!
3 seconds. There's Magic got it. Magic fires. The Lakers win the game. NBA action. It's fantastic.
Tonight's Polaroid Picture Perfect Play is brought to you by Polaroid Spectra System, the only camera that makes time stand still.
And here we take a look at the play. If you have your Polaroid Spectra system ready, it's Kevin Willis getting one of his dunks. Snap it right there. And you've got him flying through the air as one of the members of the Atlanta Hawks Air Force, as they call their promotional team this year.
Pressey now has 6, and all of them in this quarter. And the 19-point lead is now 13. That took a minute and a half of the period. Wilkins front court, that knocked away, but Rivers out of the pack with it, and he walks. And for our Superstation viewers tuning in to see National Geographic Explorer, usually seen at this time, you'll be happy to know it will air immediately following the game. Kristowiak front court. Jay Humphreys with the ball. Milwaukee trying to scrap back into it. Pressey left it short. May have been partially blocked. Wilkins and Kristowiak are on the dot. And who's going to get the ball? Milwaukee.
Well, I'll tell you, Paul Pressey really struggling with his offense here tonight. We'll watch the play again as he tries to take the fadeaway jump shot and comes up short, as you can see. We'll watch the action underneath. Look at Kristowiak just taking Dominique and kind of whipping him on the ground. No foul called. Bucks ball.
Jerry Reynolds goes to the hole. Got it. Reynolds breaks in with a hoop. Atlanta has been outscored 8-0 in the quarter. Hastings to the front court. Finds Antoine Carr. Rivers. Whitman, 8 on the shot clock. Antoine Carr. Atlanta needed that. Carr has 3. It's 91-78. The Bucks, to their credit, have come battling back here. Brewer breaks away. Easy layup. Wilkins gambled and lost the gamble.
Well, right now the Hawks are not really playing that great a defense, and they're starting to get bothered by this pressure, and they've already let the Bucks think that they have a chance to pull this one out.
It looks like they're running the clock already. Rivers breaks away, takes care of business. If they can run it like that, they'll be all right.
Well, yeah, and as long as the weak side defense forgets to keep an eye on the ball and know where it is and not go over to help out.
Well, that's frustrating. After 82 regular season game, Pressey for 3. Carr the rebound. And all of goodness knows how many hours of practice, and every now and then you forget basic fundamental. 8:47 left. Hastings. Almost a 4 corners here for Atlanta. Randy Whitman. What a game he's in. Whitman with 20.
I really think if the Hawks, when they hit their outside shots.
Bounce to Jay Humphrey. Oh, what a pass. Reynolds banged it home.
Great setup play by Del Harris during the timeout. Obviously, he called play and worked very effectively. Bucks have to continue the pressure.
Rivers has it stripped away. They do continue the pressure. That's 6 for Reynolds. Dominique Wilkins starts a 2-on-1. No foul is gone. Willis missed the jam.
And
8
again,
minutes left.
the Bucks feel that they have a shot, and the Hawks are helping them.
A 2-shot opportunity for Pressey, and they can move to within 9 just like that.
7:56 to go. That's an eternity.
That's forever in the NBA. 2 team fouls on each team. 95-85. 7:50 left. Dominique Wilkins. Doc Rivers. Rivers goes hard to the hole. He gets it. They take it away. Offensive foul on Rivers. He storms at Darryl Garrett's. Milwaukee can move to within 8. 7.5 minutes left.
What a big call that was.
Humphreys, no. Rebound deflected, and out of bounds will belong to Atlanta. 7:27 left in the game. Rivers against the press, gets some help from Whitman. They get it over just in time. Dominique against the double team. Trapped in the corner. Willis. Whitman, the open jump. High arc, yes.
Well, Randy Whitman has really been the big difference because he's hitting the open shots, the shots that the Hawks need.
He doesn't even touch the rim. The net barely ripples tonight for him. Kristowiak fumbles, gets it back on the baseline. Jerry Reynolds with it up top. Offensive foul, Reynolds. Drawn by Whitman. So Atlanta, at least for the moment, has turned back another Milwaukee charge here. But it's 97-85 with 6:52 left.
Del Harris telling his team, move the ball, pass and cut. He likes to get into the motion offense when he doesn't have things going for him. You see Dominique obviously having a much different second half.
He gets it across the line. Humphreys slaps at it, can't get it. Wilkins into the lane, good pass. Antoine Carr, a little 8-footer. And Wilkins got him the ball beautifully. 99-85 with 6.5. This is it, game 5 of the series. Pressey, body checked by Whitman, out to Reynolds, no. Rivers high in the air for what athletic ability there, a foul. He was knocked down and maintained the dribble.
Doc has really been spectacular on his rebounding, going in with great determination. Watch again, a long distance shot. There's Rivers, 25 in the white, clear path in, goes in very strong, takes it away, gets knocked by Humphreys in the foul call.
Tell you what about Rivers, the last couple of years he's really struggled in the playoffs. Tonight he's played a super game. Terry Cummings returns from Milwaukee. Pierce, Moncrief, and Sikma talk with Del Harris on the sideline. Wilkins maneuvers into the lane, gives it up. Boy, he's been very unselfish in the second half. Here he comes. Whoa, he lost it, got it back, missed it again. Rebound, Kristowiak. Dominique had one in his sights there and let it get away. Humphreys deflected away. Cummings recovers it. Reynolds the open man, and he buries it from the baseline. He has 8 all in the quarter. Rivers clears it to Wilkins. Triple team on him, ahead to Whitman. Boy, that pass almost picked off by Humphrey. 99-87, 5.5 left. Whitman loses Reynolds. Nothing but the bottom of the net. What a night for him, 24. Series high for Randy.
Well, he killed him in game 1 here. He had 18 in the second half to help the Hawks snatch that one out of the throes of defeat.
Kristowiak turns it over. So Atlanta leads 101-87, and they have the ball with 5:13. Milwaukee made a run, but They've been turned back. Scott Hastings getting a lot of time tonight, about to check in for Atlanta. Rivers and Whitman bring it up. Mike Fratello with play instructions. He's a perpetual motion machine on the sideline. Randy Whitman into the lane, knock loose, no whistle, big scramble, out of bounds. Milwaukee's ball. Hastings now gets in. Wilkins comes out. And I can read Mike Fratello's lips across the way, so you're going right back in. He just wants him to have a little rest, regroup, and then come back for the final minutes. Milwaukee in. Desperate straits now. Down low, Pressey, block, Carr, foul call. Looked like a good block, but he got him, I guess, with the body. We'll see it again. Carr really upset by it.
Let's watch Carr come over from the weak side as Pressey gets free.
With the body, huh?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of room between the bodies right there, it looked like, and obviously Antoine Carr felt the same way.
On the replay, looked like the lead in the Phantom of the Opera, the way he was covering his face. Pressey makes the first. He has 8 all in the quarter.
Did you see the play while you were in New York for about 2 weeks?
Got to see it and left it. Boy, it seemed like forever. Carr blocks that out of bounds. 4:38 left. 101-88. Pressey, Pierce. Rivers ripped it away, but had to foul to do it.
Fourteen fouls now on the Hawks, only 3 on the Bucks.
Moncrief will inbound. 101-88, Milwaukee's ball. Cummings. Nope. Carr, another block. Pressey with the ball. Cummings. He's got 24. Not over yet. 101-90 with 4:16 left. Randy Whitman. 26.
When you get in the groove, that's the way you shoot him.
Foul on Atlanta. Bonus time, Milwaukee. Wilkins, as advertised, right back in the game. Carr goes up. I'm sure the Celtics, as they look at this game, KC and company,
really had a difficult time here tonight.
Sigma's not had a field goal in the second half. 3:50 remaining. Rivers, front court. Hastings. They find Whitman alone. Somebody's going to have to play him. He's running out of gas. That hit the rim on the way down.
Let's give him 1 point.
Foul Rivers.
He's helped on the rebounding, but offensively he struggled. Pressey has been non-existent almost until a few baskets here late in the ball game, and Moncrief has been not even heard from.
Got a basket in the second quarter. That's been it. Pressey has 8 points all in this quarter. 105-93. Atlanta runs a little clock, and then Wilkins goes to work.
Well, I guess KC is now getting ready to get all the Atlanta films out and prepare for the Hawks.
Dominique's first field goal of the half. Moncrief bangs in a 3-pointer. Just when you count them out, they get a little breath of life. They change it to a 2-point shot. My mistake. Willis breaks away. Oh, I thought it was 3. Breaks for Atlanta. Cummings from 17. Got it.
Well, I skip. I can explain why they said for 3, because Daryl Garrettson put up both arms with 2 fingers on his hands showing, and that's kind of almost like the signal for a 3-pointer. But he was only showing 2. If he had only put 1 hand up, nobody would have been under the misinterpretation that existed.
Held both hands up to each. It should have been a 4-pointer. Whitman drew the foul and finally missed. 2:20 left. It's 109-97. Atlanta to the foul line.
In the game for Milwaukee.
Pressey returns. Whitman has shot only 2 free throws in this entire series, and those were successful in the 3rd quarter of this game, and he's at the line now. So he's now shooting 67% from the line on the series.
Well, I can assure you that Mike Fratello wishes that he can get this type of shooting out of Randy Whitman on a more consistent basis, but that has been Randy's problem, the inconsistency, because you can't count on him game after game, and it's very difficult to coach when you have that type of inconsistency.
Pressey front court. Sikma head of the circle against Willis. Shoots the line drive and drills it. 14 for Sikma. 110-99. We reach the 2-minute period. Atlanta running clock. Wilkins spins by Pierce. Drew the foul. Sikma got in 2 shots. Atlanta 112-99 with 1:45 left. Looking ahead, if Atlanta wins, Lucas for 3, and it looks like they certainly will. Rivers is fouled backcourt. Gonna ask.
In 85, March the 1st, my brother's birthday.
And over 3 years ago.
Not 1985, however.
Oh, that would be a story. Jack Sikma for 3, no. The crowd chants goodbye to Milwaukee as Ricky Pierce follows it up. 1:20 left, 114-99. I think Milwaukee led once by 3, and that's been about it. Oh, 1 has been their biggest lead, and that was very early. 107, 106. Hastings got crashed. He's on the deck. He is dazed. Lucas, a 3-pointer. Hastings gets up on the other end, and I'm not sure if he knows what town he's in. 52 seconds left. 48 seconds. 114, 104. Sikma takes the foul with 42 seconds left. John Stroder inbound. Pressey with a 3-point attempt. No. Willis will be fouled with 36 seconds left. Really no surprises there. I think those are the 4 teams most people felt would get to this point in the proceedings.
However, I don't think everybody anticipated that there would be that much difficulty on the part of some of those teams getting there.
Dominique leads with 33. Larry Kristowiak on the Milwaukee bench. If it's gin rummy with your sister or an NBA game nobody likes to lose, especially something like this.
It's not a very nice feeling.
Lucas, Atlanta wants to make sure they don't foul. 118, 104, 30 seconds left. Randy Whitman. Doc Rivers. Foul, Lucas.
Skip, I really am quite surprised that this game turned out to be this way. I expected a very tough battle right down the wire, just like all.
Those are good for Rivers. And John Lucas brings it up as we play out the string. The National Geographic effects. Strider with a 3-point hoop. 10 seconds left. Livingston across the line. Interception. Pressey. Lucas had a layup. It's a 2-point attempt. His feet were on the line. Lucas argues about it, but They were, in fact, and it's 120-109. 3-2 and a foul with 1 second left in the game.
Look at the scoreboard. That's the result you have. And actually, I'm surprised that it's not worse than that.
Rivers goes on with a second left. John Battle in. Livingston followed his own missed shot, missed it. The game is over. 121-111 is the final. Atlanta won this game decisively over the Milwaukee team. Points, a season high, 13 of 19 from the field, 7 of 7 in the second half. On behalf of Miller Lite, Turner Broadcasting proud to donate $1,000 to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation in the name of Randy Whitman. 121-111 the final. Rick?
And that's what they need from Whitman when they play against Boston. Dominique was the guy that got him off, but Randy carried him. And just want to remind everybody, Skip, that they should stay tuned for the National Geographic Explorer, which is coming up next.